Hello, Libra. My name is Max. I'm going to read your tarot for the week of March 31st through April 6th. So, the first week of April for Libra. Hope you're doing good. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. The moon reversed. The devil reversed. Okay. Seven of Wands upright. Okay, Libra. So the moon reversed. The moon is about your mind. It's about the power of your mind, and also actually your mind is the key to the world. It's the key to your own life, your own existence, and actually your vision. Everything you see, everything you experience, it's all based on your mind actually. And so this card is a card of extreme power, but it's also a card of fear, especially when you don't realize that it's all based on your mind. That your mind has that power, and so you really have to understand the power of your mind and understand even the things you don't like are products of your mind. So this is a card of fear because you're overwhelmed and you don't know the power of your own mind. It's like it's reminding you to tap into your power, to tap into your intuition. So it's basically, this is telling you, Libra, this is telling you to meditate. Okay, that's what this is telling you to do. It's telling you to breathe and meditate because it almost seems like maybe you have enemies, or this could mean black magic. It can mean that, um, but ultimately, it can't be defeated by your own mind because your mind created these things in the first place. Believe it or not, actually, I know it's kind of esoteric, but you drew the moon card in reverse, so I kind of have to give you that spiel. Okay, so this can mean obstacles, but it means they can be overcome when you tap into the power of your own mind. So, what should you do? You should meditate. Meditate on good things. Relax, breathe. Meditate on things that feel nourishing to you, that feel good to you. Okay? I don't mean like a crap TV show or something like that. Okay? I mean it's like something that makes you feel good, and that's going to turn this card around for you. It's going to give you your power back. You will give you your own power back because you're out of your power right now, Libra, and this is saying you have power, and this is reminding you that you have power, that you have the power. Okay? So now you have the devil in reverse. So this is a very dark card as well. I mean, the moon isn't that dark, and this isn't. I don't mean to be dramatic here, Libra. I'm just saying this can mean that you're dealing with obstacles in some way, but you're freeing yourself from those obstacles. So so it's like you've seen grim action lately. Okay, you've been in less than optimal circumstances, and you've been in places mentally, physically. You've been in relationships, whether at work or somewhere, that where you were under someone's thumb, where someone was dominating you, where someone was controlling you, and you felt completely out of your power, just like that moon card. But this means you're waking up to that, and you're actually freeing yourself from it. So this is actually a very, very positive card to have because it means you're freeing yourself. This is a card of freedom, actually, is what this means. So, and you free yourself with mental direction is basically how you free yourself. But you're this is happening. I mean, you don't need do much for this to happen, because this is happening. You are freeing yourself. So this is immensely positive for you, Libra. Keep it up, okay? Seven of Wands. This means this is a card of power, of mental power, of will, of determination, of drawing a line in the sand and saying no more. Like you are not crossing this line. Like Gandalf, right? Like you shall not pass. That's this is Seven of Wands. That's what this is. Okay, so it can mean a kind of a standoffish energy. It's not a friendly energy, but it's a strong energy. It means you're coming into your own power. It means you can recognize what you don't want and what you do want. A lot of people don't do that. They don't recognize that. They don't bother to distinguish between what they want and what they don't want. They just go with whatever's there, And so this to me shows that you're growing up, Libra, and you're coming into your power. So I'm proud of you. Keep it up. This is very good. Okay, let's see what else the cards have for Libra for this first week of April 2025. Let's see. Libra. Okay. So you have the Two of Cups reversed. So this could mean that you're not interested, like you're not interested in like any sort of like relationship, whether it be romantic or business, or otherwise. This could mean that you're not presenting as being open, as being curious, as being approachable, as being even likable. I would say with this card, you can turn that around just by relaxing a bit and not being too defensive, like going back to that Seven of Wands, right? Don't be too defensive. Don't be too critical or judgmental. Try to have more fun, I would say. Try to relax. Try to think of bright things, easy things that make you happy and relaxed, and like being by a lake or something like that. Like think of, if you can't be by a lake, imagine being by a lake. I think that'll be really good for you, especially right. You drew the moon, so being by a lake. If you can go by a lake, I think that would be really good for you, because a lake is going to feed your soul. It's gonna feed your soul. It's going to make you feel nourished and happy, and your energy is going to increase, and then people are going to see you, and they're going to have double takes. They're going to look at you and go, whoa, check out Libra. I didn't realize Libra was that attractive. I didn't realize Libra was that appealing. I want to talk to Libra. Okay, so get into a good mental state. If you can go to a lake, go to a lake, and you don't need to swim in it. You just need to look at it. You need to be around it for half an hour and look at it. If you can be there longer, that's even better. But just look at the lake and be by the lake physically and look at it, and it's going to turn this right side up, and things are going to happen. Like people are going to come to you, and they're going to want to be around you. They're going to want to talk to you. They're going to be curious about you. They're going to find you appealing. They're going to be thinking about you. So do that, okay? Also, so this means this is a Hierophant in reverse. So this would mean you're being creative. You are thinking outside the box, and that's where you need to be. That's where everyone needs to be. Unfortunately, most people are too in the box. They're so in the box they don't even know they're in a box. Okay, but you're in a box, and that's the first thing you need to know, right? Is that you're in a box. It's the first step to getting out of the box is to know you're in a box. So you know you're like a step ahead of 95% of the population of the earth. Okay, so that's good. So you know you're in a box, and how do you, now you're thinking, how do I get out of the box? And that's an invitation to creative thinking, and it's an invitation to freedom, spiritual freedom, and even financial freedom. So continue to think outside the box. Okay, continue to innovate, think of new ideas, think of fresh. Come from a. It's actually, it's about coming from a fresh perspective. Really, is like that's how you get the new ideas, right? So don't follow the rules. I mean, obviously follow the law. Always, of course, right? But I just mean as far as like those rules that we just assume are rules, but they're not really rules. They're just people doing the same thing over and over for 100 years, right? So I think where the rules aren't really rules and where the rules can be broken. I think and I think you want to switch things up a bit. And I think that's very good for you, Libra. So I would encourage you to continue with this energy of this free thinking energy. Keep doing that, okay? You have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So this can mean actually you're thinking about something and you're thinking it is worth it. Usually if it's upright, you're thinking, is it worth it? But I would say be patient with the things you want. Be patient with the world, the universe. Things don't happen overnight. They never do. So try to be patient. Maintain your vision. I think if you think it's worth it, it's worth it. Okay? But just be patient. Don't be hasty. Don't just start and stop, things like that. Okay, just try to be consistent in your efforts, and I think you're going to see results, and you'll probably see them sooner than you think. But you can't force it. Okay, I want to see what else is going on for Libra. Let's see. Eight of Swords, Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and the High Priestess. Okay, so Eight of Swords means you think you're in a tight spot, but it's a creation of your own mind. It's not real. It's not as real as you think. So this is kind of like a card of stuck thinking in a way, Libra. So going back to that Hierophant card, try to tap into that Hierophant energy, Hierophant in reverse. Okay, you're not as trapped as you think you might be. It's not as grim as you think it might be. It's really, especially with the Hierophant reversed, this card can be a card of real freedom. Okay, but just try not to freeze yourself too much. Try not to think of negative outcomes. Okay, because this card kind of reminds you that the negative things that you see or you think you see aren't as solid as you think. They're not. It's not as real as you think it is. Okay, so try to relax and get out of this negative mentality that this card can kind of indicate. And this negative mindset mentality can really kind of paralyze your decision making, your creativity. It can paralyze your life, really, right? So you really want to remind yourself of your power, and even the rules you think are rules aren't really rules, and the world isn't really as grim as you think it is. It's not. It's actually kind of cool, and so you need to open up to that reality. So do that. Okay, so you also have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So this could mean you're looking for a partner. Like you could use some help, maybe monetarily. This can mean that you're maybe looking for support, or it could mean actually you're looking for a way to get more money. So it could be actually study. It could mean going to school, like taking a class, getting certified in something. Uh, it could mean those things. I want to see what else actually this means real quick. Okay, that's the Nine of Pentacles. I just want to see what else is going on with that, because you also have. Let me see. 1 second. Five of Cups. Okay, so the Five of Cups with the Nine of Pentacles. This is also in reverse. So you see a way out. You see a way out, and you see a way to be happy. Because Five of Cups is kind of like you're sad, but when it's in reverse, it's saying you're leaving that sadness behind. You're waking up to a happiness, a brightness in your mind. Um, so um, so it's kind of like it's a card of like hope, or even better than hope. It's better than hope, because hope is kind of like, it can be kind of vague, and kind of distant and not real. But I think you're seeing a way, like you're seeing a way, like you're actually seeing the path, and you're walking down the path, and you see the path, and you can see it, and like you just have to take a few steps to get there. So I like it. So this is the High Priestess. This is your last card, Libra. The High Priestess is a card of immense power and it's infinite potentiality, really. And that's really, we all have this power within us. We're all like a High Priestess, really. Like really we are. And so for me to draw this for you, Libra, it means you're tapping into your power. I mean, you're tapping in because you're understanding the power comes from the mind. That's where it comes from. And so this is what this means. And this is the ultimate power. That's really what it means. So you're understanding that. And so when you forget it, though, but when you forget that you don't have that power, or like when you think you don't have that power, or you forget you have the power, like the world starts to, your world will start to crumble, right? Like things will start to go bad, and you'll think, what is going on. So you have to remind yourself that it's your mind that sustains your world. So have faith in the power of your wishes and your prayers and your dreams, because this means if you dream it, it happens. That's what, if you see it in your mind, it happens with this card. Okay, so visualize, try to dream if you can dream, or just daydream, or just meditate, and you kind of get into that dream state when you meditate, right? And try to see what you want. Try to see what you want. And with a card like this, with a card of this power, I wouldn't waste your time, thinking of a cheeseburger or something, like trying to manifest a cheeseburger, because you'll get a cheeseburger, but you want more than that. Think bigger, think big. Okay. I think if you think big, you dream big with a card like this, you can see effects almost immediately. I just give it a few days to see that the universe hears you. You know what I mean? Like just let the universe communicate with you. Like look for clues that the universe heard the universe heard your wish. Okay, so look for clues. Don't be hasty. I mean, don't it doesn't happen overnight, but just look for clues. So send it out to the universe, Libra. Send out your vision, what your dream is, and then look for clues. Okay. You have a great week, Libra. I'm really proud of you for this spiritual development. I think this is awesome. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week.